Hello and welcome to About Anything. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was an American TV show that ran on the NBC network from 1990 to 1996. Over the 6 seasons, the show had 148 episodes. The comedy centered on street-smart Will Smith of West Philadelphia getting into trouble and his mom sending him to live with his aunt and uncle and cousins in the rich area of Bel-Air, California. In this video, we'll review the top 10 moments and trademark elements of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Number 10, of course, starts us off with a theme song. This is one of the more popular TV themes ever, and especially coming from the 90s, and was probably one of the last great TV themes to be used. In the early part of Season 1, the theme was even longer than you probably remember. The entire middle section was removed later as the song ran way too long. Here's the long version as it appeared on the pilot episode.
This is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel-Air. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel-Air." I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase and sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me my ticket. I put my Walkman on and said I might as well kick it. First class, yo, this is bad. Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people of Bel-Air living like? This might be alright. I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said fresh and it had dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, man, forget it. Yo, home's the Bel-Air. I pulled up to the house about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cabbie, "Yo, home, smell you later." Looked at my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel-Air.
At number 9, we touch on the relationship Will had with his dad, or lack of relationship, that is. In his clip, Will's dad has left him once again, and he lets his emotions show to Uncle Phil. This is Season 4, and you'll see in this clip how far Will Smith had grown as an actor. This was one moving scene.
You too, Lou.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Will.
You know what? Actually, this works out better for me. You know, the Slimmies of summer come to class wearing next to nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Will, it's all right to be angry.
Hey, why should I be mad? I'm saying at least he said goodbye this time. I just wish I hadn't wasted my money buying this stupid present.
I'm sorry. If there was something that I
Hey,
could
you know
do-
what? You ain't got to do nothing, Uncle Phil. Hey, you know, ain't like I'm still 5 years old, you know? Ain't like I'm gonna be sitting up every night asking my mom, when's Daddy coming home, you know? Who needs him? Hey, he wasn't there to teach me how to shoot my first basket, but I learned, didn't I? Hey, I got pretty damn good at it too, didn't I,
Yeah,
Uncle Phil?
you did.
Got through my first day without him, right? I learned how to drive, I learned how to shave, I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. To hell with him! I ain't need him then, and I don't need him now.
Will.
Nah, you know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. How come he don't want me, man?
For For number 8, there is the moment of Trevor's bungee jump proposal to Hillary on live TV. As the gang gathers around the TV set to hear the proposal live on the air, tragedy struck.
Trevor's about to propose. Where's Carlton?
The last I saw him, he was in his room, kissing the floor. Will, I just want you to know that the door is always open for you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Uncle Phil.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Turn it up. Oh, there's Trevor.
It's a bungee jump.
Oh, well, I asked him to propose in a special way, but I never expected a bungee jump. What's a bungee jump?
Well, he's going to propose while falling 300 feet on a giant rubber band.
Isn't it romantic?
Please, whatever happened to getting down on one knee?
Oh, Daddy, that's for old fogies.
I got down on one knee. Sustained.
Look, there he goes.
Hillary Banks,
Yes, Trevor!
will you marry me?
No bungee expert or nothing. But I don't think he's supposed to be slamming into the ground like that.
Please stand by. Great, the president's about to interrupt my marriage proposal.
Let's just pray that Trevor's okay.
With number 7, we're going back to the pilot. Little Ashley has taken to her older cousin Will, and when it was her turn to give the prayer at the dinner that night, Ashley shows off some of her own rapping skills.
Will, there are other people at this table.
Oh, you're right. Any requests?
Sweetie, would you say grace, please?
Yes, Mommy. Hey there, Lord. My name is Ashley Banks. My family and friends want to give you some thanks. So before this dinner's all swallowed and chewed, thank you, God, for this stupid food.
Number 6. DJ Jazzy Jeff, or real name Jeffrey Towns, was part of the musical duo with Will Smith. Here are 2 clips of Jazz. Taken from the second episode, we meet Jazz for the first time, and then the first of 16 times that he was thrown out of the house.
Mr. Jazz.
It's nice to meet you, Jazz.
How do you do? I'm Mr. Banks.
You got that right. Man, you loaded!
Yo, what's up, Jay?
Come on, Philip, let's just leave him alone.
I asked her to take her to her lesson and
I
bring her
know,
home.
baby.
That's all Yes, this is my favorite part. Ashley, honey, this is possibly the most beautiful music ever written. Would someone turn it up for me, please?
Jazz, crank it up for me.
Oh, yes, listen, darling. Listen to the violins. Beautiful. Oh. The oboes will be coming next.
Going to number 5. In this episode, Will has been taken by a pool shark at the local venue. Having to settle his debt, Uncle Phil tries to help. After sandbagging against the guy, Uncle Phil agrees to up the stakes with the guy on the next game, which enables Phil to request to Jeffrey to break out Lucille.
Wait a minute. Let's play another game. I want another chance. Let's play another game.
Uncle Phil! I don't know. You know, my time is very valuable. I couldn't possibly play another game without upping the ante.
How much?
Let's say a nice round figure like $100 a ball.
$100 a ball?
That's right, Uncle Phil.
Okay. $100 a ball.
You got yourself a game.
Jeffrey? Break out, Lucille. $600, $700, $800, $900.
At number 4 is one of the more funnier bits the show had. Having convinced Jeffrey that he has won the lottery, Jeffrey reacts the way all of us would love to do in front of our bosses and flat out quit. Only Jeffrey's version of quitting was hilarious.
15, please.
And the last number for the $26 million jackpot, 15.
I'm rich! I'm rich! I'm rich! I'm rich!
Did someone say rich?
Hey, I don't care how much money you got, brother.
What's going on in here? And don't tell me I'm too young to know because I'm sick of it.
My friends, this calls for a drink.
This is incredible.
I'll say.
Jeffrey, now that's a $500 bottle of champagne.
The cheap stuff. Not to worry, Phil. It's on me.
Jeffrey, check it out. Me and Carl.
Your Montrose vase attracts dust like a magnet.
Gee, listen.
Problem solved.
Okay, Gee, listen.
Philip, I have $1,000 with your name on it. Do the family a favor. Get Viv some cooking lessons.
You know
And Miss Ashley, how does the Mercedes sound?
Vroom, vroom?
Very clever. I'll get you two.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Nice try. In case you hadn't figured it out, I quit. I quit.
With number 3, we've come to the finale episode. The show had run its course, and Will Smith was ready to move on to his increasing movie career, so the show had to end. In this very touching scene, that unfortunately I had to edit some, we find Will and Uncle Phil showing how they've grown so fond of each other over the last 6 years.
Wow, it's so empty.
It's kind of creepy.
Maybe you kids should take another look around before the car comes.
A lot of good times in this house, huh?
Lifetime's worth. You okay?
Yeah, Yeah, no, I'm cool, Uncle Phil. You know, it was just when I first came out here, you know, I was a relative. You know, for the past 6 years, like, we've been family. I just don't want to go back to being just a relative again. I mean, I live without a father and without brothers and sisters and all of that. I like this life better. I want you to call me on Sundays, too, you know, when you're calling all your other kids and everything. Look, I love you, Uncle Phil, and I just don't want to lose you, you know, any of you.
You're not gonna lose us. You are my son, Will. End of story. You just better be sure that your butt is by a phone on Sunday.
You got it, man.
So, when is Jazz coming by to help you move?
He's coming as soon as you leave.
Good idea. But when he comes by, wish him all the best for me.
I will.
Sunday.
Sundays.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Where is everybody?
I am definitely gonna miss you, see?
Number 2. Being a show of the 90s, it took a chance it had episodes based on controversial issues. Even though it was only the 4th episode of the series, one of the most powerful moments came when Will and Carlton were arrested for driving too slow in the wrong neighborhood. In this clip, Will and Carlton have this very powerful discussion about race and the police. Also to note is the outstanding performance from Afonso in this scene.
Yeah? Those cops were just trying to do their jobs.
Will, don't get all bent out of shape.
Man, you ain't learned nothing this weekend, did you?
I most certainly did. Always bring a map.
What?
If we would have had a map, we wouldn't have had to drive 2 miles an hour trying to find a freeway entrance, and we wouldn't have been stopped.
Oh, okay. I get it now. We were stopped because we were driving too slow. We were breaking the slowness limit. Oh, okay. Well, you see, I never heard of that law before, but I did hear this other law. It's called the if you see a black guy driving anything but a burnt-out Pinto, you better stop him because he stole it law. Yeah, I heard about that one. Oh, but see, I thought it was the black guy law, when in actuality, it was the slowness limit law. Oh, thank you for sharing that with me, Carlton. Good night.
They were just doing their job.
Good night, Carlton.
What's your complaint here? We were detained for a few hours, Dad cleared things up, and we were released. The system works.
I hope you like that system, because you're going to be seeing a whole lot of it during your lifetime.
Not if I bring a map.
You just don't get it, do you? No map is going to save you. And neither is your glee club, or your fancy Bel Air address, or who your daddy is. Because when you're driving in a nice car in a strange neighborhood, none of that matters. They only see one thing.
Well, maybe growing up where you did has made you a little touchy. But I think you've blown this whole thing way out of proportion. If you look at the facts...
Carlton? It's late. It's a school day tomorrow, son.
Yeah, okay, Dad. You know, it was awfully nice of Mr. Firth to help us out. I'll have to write him a thank you note.
It shouldn't have happened in the first place, son. Good night.
Dad. If you were a policeman and you saw a car driving 2 miles an hour, wouldn't you stop it?
I asked myself that question the first time I was stopped. Good night, son.
I would stop it.
The number one moment and trademark element from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is Carlton Banks' famous dance, mostly done to the tune of It's Not Unusual by Tom Jones. The dance has followed Alfonso Ribeiro to this day. Here is a clip when he first danced to Tom Jones.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you hanging about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. I wanna die. It's not unusual to go out at any time. But when I see you out and about, it's such a crime. If you should ever want to be loved by anyone, it's not unusual, it happens every...
There you have it, the top 10 moments and trademark elements of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. How'd you find our list? What would you have added? So, until our next video, this is About Anything. Please like and subscribe.